every citizen who can meet the qualifications of service should have that opportunity. It's clear to all of us that women are contributing in unprecedented ways to the military's mission of defending the nation. The fact is that they have become an integral part of our ability to perform our mission.
That was Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta dropping the last vestiges of rules barring American women from serving in combat, paving the way for the largest expansion ever of their role on the front lines. We'll have that and more right here, right now on the News Hub. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Simon Constable. Joining me now are two senior officers in the U.S. Army, Lieutenant Colonels Juanita Chang and Kareem Montague. Thank you both for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us as well, Simon.
Juanita, let me start with you. Are you excited by the prospect of a combat role?
I'm excited about the new opportunities that this provides. Combat is nothing new for the women that are currently serving in the Army. I personally have served in combat both in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I'm training to deploy again next month for another year in Afghanistan in combat roles now.
So, Juanita, explain to me the difference. You've been in combat, but it presumably wasn't a combat role. Explain the difference, because it's not obvious to those who haven't been in the military.
Right. So women are serving side by side their male counterparts in combat now every day. They serve in roles such as medics, military police, engineers, things like that. They serve alongside their infantrymen or other counterparts, which are male. However, just those certain jobs, such as infantrymen, are closed to females. But women are still going out on the same patrols, and they're still driving the same roads, and they're still doing the same combat missions and in combat every day.
Let me turn to Lieutenant Colonel Kareem Montague. The U.S. Army integrated racially half a century ago, and it did that before U.S. society integrated. Why has it taken so long with integrating women in the roles?
Certainly, Simon. I think that the biggest difference that you're seeing is the process has been a long one, and it was in both instances. People think back to 1948 with the integration, and they think that that was an immediate change. But as far back as World War I, even in terms of the Civil War, you had units that were not integrated, but were fulfilling the same functions on the same battlefield, just in different organizations. So what they've had to do with the integration of females is they haven't set up separate platoons or companies. They've had to integrate them into the service over time, into branches, similar to what Juanita was saying earlier. For example, I'm an artillery officer. The artillery branch for officers has recently reopened to females, and there are female officers who are in our formations now, fulfilling roles. I have 3 platoon leaders in my battalion we've never had female platoon leaders before. So the pilot program process takes a little bit longer because it's a different type of integration.
Monty, men are traditionally very protective of women. Is that a danger on the battlefield, that takes away from the fighting if a woman gets hurt?
Simon, I don't think that it's a danger, because it's one of those truisms that men are very protective of women, but equally true is that soldiers are protective of their battle buddies. And if no matter who that battle buddy is, whether it be male or female, you're looking out for each other, because at the base level, before you build to sections and squads and platoons and companies and battalions, it's that battle buddy team, and you look out for each other. Just as Juanita said, she served in Iraq and Afghanistan. I've served in both locations as well, with female soldiers and male soldiers, and you look out for each other in a combat environment. When the bullets start flying, you don't really have time to worry about, is that a female soldier at my 6 o'clock, or is it a male soldier? You look out for each other.
Okay, and I'm going to go back to Juanita. Juanita, how do you think this changes things for women in the military? Does it open up the ranks of the 5-star generals?
Well, we haven't had a 5-star general in a long, long time. However, we have recently had we have female 4-star general that just retired. So I don't think that gender has ever really been a barrier into accomplishing anything that we've wanted to accomplish in the military now. This will just open up more and new doors that weren't available before.
Okay, well, we thank you both very much. Lieutenant Colonels Juanita Chang and Lieutenant Colonel Kareem Montague, we thank you both very much, and we salute your service to the country.